UFC superfan, we are back. It has been a couple of weeks since my last eBay show off, fight recap, anything UFC related. I did move, that's why if we zoom out you can see the new background, so I had to set up shop, take care of all of that, but we are back. So we are talking about UFC Fight Night 48. This was the co-main event. Tyron, the Chosen One Woodley versus the Stun Gun Dong-Hyun Kim. So this fight was several days ago on UFC Fight Pass. For those of you who do not have Fight Pass, I still think it's a pretty good deal, $10 a month. Access to the full UFC library. I sound like a commercial, but it's pretty decent if you have the $10 to spare each month. This fight was in Macau, China, and I think this was the third or fourth time it's been back there, but it was a pretty decent card all around, so I was pretty excited, at least for the main event and co-main event. I was really looking forward to this fight just to see the Stun Gun, who is one of my favorites, one of my favorite fighters, versus T. Wood. I like the Stun Gun. He fights very, very aggressively. If you guys saw his last fight against John Hathaway, this guy was super, super aggressive. Same thing for T. Wood. Not as aggressive as you would expect. He's more of a counterpuncher, and he lets the fight come to him. But overall, a very highly anticipated match, and I think this guy was the favorite just by a little bit. Anyways, the fight was very, very quick. Essentially, what had happened was that Mr. Stun Gun, he goes for a spinning back fist. He went for the same spinning back fist that rocked John Hathaway in his last fight. In that last fight, the Stun Gun tried it at least 4 or 5 times unsuccessfully before finally landing. And of course, the Chosen One was prepared for it. So Dong-Hyun Kim goes for the spinning back fist. Tyron sees it, counters, punches him right in the almost back of the head actually, and basically the Stun Gun goes to sleep. So knockout victory for Woodley within a minute of the fight. It was actually that fast of a fight. All in all, this was a dream matchup for Woodley. Woodley does very well against aggressive fighters. Just looking back, Josh Koscheck, who was really aggressive from the start. Same thing for the Stun Gun, very aggressive with the start, and in the end both of them paid for it. I don't think Tyron does very well against strategic fighters. Strategic fighters like Rory McDonald, who kept him at bay with his jab. But against the Stun Gun, it was a great fight. Reading some of the reports, they were saying that Woodley should fight Matt Brown next, and that would actually be a fantastic fight because both, I think, would put on a pretty good show. Matt Brown is very aggressive, which bodes well for Woodley, and I think that would be a dream matchup for him. For the Stun Gun, I just noticed that they use the same picture, but anyways, I don't know what's next for the Stun Gun. I think he's been relegated to a lot of these fight night cards in Asia, Japan. I'd like to see him. I still like to see him fight, but honestly I'm not sure what's next for him. Anyways, just wrapping up my show-offs, a couple of T. Wood autographs. Nice stuff. These were through the mails. Sorry for the glare. This is a 2012 finest, and this was a 2013 finest, I think. 2012, 2013. It's interesting that the 2013 ones, if you guys can see it, has the debut, but, you know, a year earlier, here he is. Anyways, and the last thing I wanted to show off was this guy. Again, my apologies for the glare. I met Woodley. This was, I think, at my first UFC Fan Expo back in 2010. So this was the second year they did expos. I met him. He was a great guy, relatively unknown at the time. There was no line for him. I got a couple of autographs, but that one was to my wife. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. T Wood coming at you. Looks like he's maybe on his way back up. Who knows? For the stun gun, hope to see him back in the octagon, back stronger than ever, and hopefully doesn't do any more spinning back fists. Anyways, visit me at theflyingarmbar.com, and UFC Superfan out.